When you open AutoCAD, it opens to this over here. It would show your recent documents, except earlier today I deleted them all, so I didn't have to see them. Right, so what you're going to need to do is over here, you should have a template that says AutoCAD. If you click on New, does it show you AutoCAD? Okay, mine says AutoCAD DWT, but that's because of the way my computer's set up. Does it show AutoCAD? Then you click over here where it says Browse Templates. Okay? And you browse your templates, you're going to go to just the normal AutoCAD. Okay, got it? Yeah, it might just say AutoCAD. Otherwise, it's going to say AutoCAD.dwt. It doesn't matter about the .dwt. Remember, my computer sets up a little bit differently. You need the template that is AutoCAD. That is the one you want, and you click on it, and we're going to say open. Those of you with Apple Macs, remember yours is quite different, and sometimes I don't know where you would have to go to find the stuff. We have spoken about this since last year. The AutoCAD on the Macs is a little bit different. Right, so you should end up with something that looks, now mine's already set the way I want it because I had the grade 12s earlier today. So I'm just going to quickly unset it. Come on. Right. If you use your laptop last year, it should already be set, but yours has probably opened up something a little bit like this with the black background. Okay, yeah, no, but remember we did set it up last year. All I'm doing is kind of like repeating that very first AutoCAD lesson from last year. Okay, just to remind us and make sure we know what we're doing. And are you chewing in my classroom? Please, either spit in the bin or whatever. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is up here on the A, click on the little arrow and go to Options. Right, you will notice that my AutoCAD is very dark, like my borders and that are very, very dark. It's the way I like it. You'll notice on most of my computer when you look at me working, it's always dark. If you don't like the dark, up here you can change to light. And if I apply it, you see how now all my toolbars and that are light. It's your choice, light or dark. It doesn't really bother me. Personally, I prefer the dark. Okay. Then, if your page is black, it is easier if you draw on a white background. Right? So we choose white. Right? I've had some pupils in the past that are like, oh, we want yellow and we want red and blah, blah, blah. And they have fun for about 20 seconds and they realize how annoying the background is, and then they listen to their teacher. Okay. Most people that I know that actually, everybody that I know that uses AutoCAD, teachers-wise, all have white backgrounds. It's just easier to see clearer and everything else. So I've chosen white, and I say apply and close. Right, then the next thing we're going to move to is at the top here, open and save. Right, where it says open and save. Just your automatic save time. Okay, I know mine looks a little bit drastic at 1 minute, but that's because sometimes the files that I'm working on when I'm designing your course drawings and that are so big it actually crashes AutoCAD a couple times. Okay, I've got mine set to every minute. It's going to change, it's going to save every minute. Guys, 5 minutes possibly is acceptable, but 10 minutes is just too long. I think the standard setting time is 10. It's really long. You can change it to whatever you want. As I said, I like 5 minutes. I like every minute because then I know for a fact my work is being saved. Right. There's nothing else on there we're going to play with right now. So I say, okay. So we've all got that far. Right. We've all got to there. So now what we're going to do, most of you will find your screen has got, just say okay. You haven't changed your background to white. Go to colors. Oh, just say okay. The very bottom. In that box. No, but did you go, Ezra? Did you go here? There, where it says colors. Go back to display. There, change to white. Okay, we got that? Yeah, I know on the Apple it's very different. I'm going to have to, guys, for the Apples, I'm going to have to find you videos on YouTube because I don't use an Apple. I don't know where the things are. That's why the Windows-based machines for AutoCAD are better. Right. We've got a grid here. Oh, sorry. Right. This is showing a grid. We don't like the grid. At the very beginning over here, we have a button with a grid, and I turn the grid off. Right. Then look for the button when you hold it over. It says restrict cursor to specific angles. That should be set to 15. Right. Restrict cursor to specific angles. It should be set to 15. Right, and then if we go along, hold your cursor over until you find the one that says snap cursor to 2D. Right, snap cursor to 2D. And click on the arrow next to it. Oh, sorry, click on the arrow. And then at the bottom, object snap settings. It'll bring you that box. Right? So the arrow next to it, at the very bottom, object snap settings, those things need to be clicked. Those things need to be blue. Right? Right, those items need to be clicked. Have we got them? Okay, that's all we need to worry about there. Then, if you've got a lot of icons at the bottom here, right, if you click on these 3 lines on the end, the ones that I've got ticked are the only ones you need. The ones I've got ticked are the only ones you need. Why have you got 2 laptops? Why have you got 2 laptops? And why are 2 laptops closed? Should you not be working on your laptops? Where's your power cable? Sorry? And does Lawazi not have a power cable that you can borrow? Right, the things that are ticked are the only things that need to be ticked. want me to read them out? Workspace, grid, ortho mode, polar tracking, isometric drafting, object snap, 2D object snap, line weight, workspace switching, clean screen. Okay, model grid, ortho mode, polar tracking, isometric drafting, object snap, 2D object snap, line weight, workspace switching, and clean screen. Right. Now that we've done that today, we don't ever have to do it again. If your toolbar is floating at the bottom like mine is, if you just click on these dots at the end and you bring it down, it will link it. And what I like to do is I actually like to, oh man, come on, there. I actually like to make mine a little bit bigger, and you'll see why in a few minutes. Well, when we're drawing, you'll see why. Right, then probably, sorry, like I said, I did this last lesson. Right, you will probably find in the right-hand corner over here, your cube is quite big. Okay, we don't really use the cube for 2D drawing. When we do some 3D drawing later in the year, we will. But if you find your cube is too big, if you right-click on the cube, view cube settings, and then you can resize your cube however you want it. I like mine to be tiny. View cube settings. Right click on the tube. Right. So now it's very, very small. Another thing you might find, sorry, is come on, I just, yeah. Okay, there is this little XY line that might be in the middle of your page. It annoys me highly. So if I right click on this, oh, there we go. It's like in the middle of the page, and it just frustrates me. I don't like it. It's a personal thing. If you don't like it, you can right click on it, go down to the bottom, UCS icon settings, and unclick it. And then it'll always be in the bottom right, left-hand corner, and you don't have to worry about it. Again, that is a personal thing. So you just right-click on it, settings, and just make sure it's not ticked. Okay, then you don't have to worry about it. Our main thing we're going to look at now is our layer properties. So you click on layer properties, and you get that. Okay, your layer properties. I'm just going to cheat something for a second. Give me 1 second. Right. Those are the layers you... What are you doing? Right. Those are... Oh, I'm missing a layer here. Oopsie. Right, guys. Those are the layers you need. I will, when I put this video up later today, in the same place where it's got the YouTube links, you know where that is on Canvas, I will also put a photo of the different layers that you need to set up. The one thing I need to show you, for example, some of you might have set it up last year, because when we opened it, we opened the AutoCAD template. Okay, I'm going to show you when we do this now. Right. For example, with the center line, it is not a continuous line. Right. So we go where we click. Okay, guys, you've got a Windows laptop. Work on that. We will sort her out later. Okay? Right. For the center line, it is not a continuous line. So we click where it says continuous. We are going to load, and we are going to load center 2. We say OK. We then select center 2, and we say OK, and you will notice the line type has changed. For hidden detail, it should not be that color. Right, for hidden detail, again, it's not continuous, so we need to load hidden 2. Right, select hidden 2, and we say OK. You do not need instruction. You do not need the layer instruction. That's something I use. But those are your types. Once you've loaded everything, please take note. Watch carefully. This is the important thing, because you're going to use, this is now going to become a template. Okay. So we go here, we go save as, and we're going to save it as a drawing template, and we are going to call it 2026, because you are 2026. Okay, you're going to call it 2026, and you're going to say save. Right, yada, yada, yada. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Right. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you something. We are going to go back here. We're going to go back to options. And we're going to go user, no, it's not user preferences. No. Right, files. No, I'll get the actual steps because I don't want to add it to the wrong place. What that means, grade 11s, is when we start our lesson, or when we're doing an AutoCAD drawing, we go to start, new, and when we browse our templates, we choose 2026 every time. That means when I open it now, it's all set up the way I want it to be, and all my layers are there. Okay. Right.